Well.
Well, what?
Oh, you know.
Look, I know that I'm tired and I need this cup of coffee before I contemplate anything further. How was your day?
Oh, really good. Busy. I stopped out to see Johnny, and then I went to see Mr. Grimley. I made a few $1,000s today. What'd you do?
Removed 2 benign tumors and saved 1 life.
Oh. Anything else?
Delia.
Well, all I'm asking is if, in addition to your life-saving activities, you just happened to find out what happened last night with Nancy and Adam Cohen.
Yes, yes, my pet, I did.
Well, tell me.
Okay. Adam, as I can gather it, Adam seems to like Nancy now as much as he disliked her earlier.
Oh, Roger, that's wonderful. Come on, tell me more. Tell me everything.
Well, he learned that his first impression was wrong, and now he wants to get to know her better.
Oh, I'm so happy.
For Nancy and Adam, isn't that a bit premature?
For me. You know, right this moment, I have just about everything I want. I have you loving me, and Johnny letting me help him, and Maeve sharing her feelings with me, and all that, plus a project of my very own.
Project?
Nancy and Adam.
Oh.
You know, he's gonna steal her away from Pat. You'll see. And Maeve will be thrilled, and I'll get the credit. And what's wrong with that?
Well, nothing, as long as you don't happen to be Pat Ryan.
Patty's not gonna die of a broken heart. I'm not worried about him.
Obviously. What are you doing?
There's a message in Pat's box.
Yeah, for Pat.
Yeah?
May I ask why you need to read that?
So I know what's in it, Roger.
I'm not intruding.
I didn't expect to.
And I expected to find you alone.
You assumed that.
Look, all 3 of us have felt Edmund's loss, but it has been hardest on Jill. I only came to offer support.
We're both grateful for your efforts.
I really asked you to let me do this my own way.
Yeah, but you weren't very clear about what that involved.
No, I'm here on my own request, Seneca. I should be going.
You don't have to leave.
Yeah, I do. It was very good for me. It helped. Take care, okay?
Yeah, you too.
We'll talk. Goodbye, Seneca.
Goodbye, Frank. Always nice to see you. Ready to come home?
No.
You might have told me why you refused to let me come out here with you.
The 3 of us together is just not appropriate. I'm surprised you don't know that by now.
No, I do. I do. I'm just not sure how often you and Frank have been meeting this way.
That is not worthy of an answer.
I wouldn't have asked a question if I didn't think the answer was worth hearing, Jillian. Have you been seeing him?
No.
Really? I can't help but wonder if, in some way, that isn't part of the reason for our separate bedrooms.
You're the only one that's responsible for our separate bedrooms.
Very easy to blame me for everything, isn't it? I suppose it's my fault that you lied to me today.
I did not lie.
Oh, you did. You did. By omission. I asked to come out of here with you, so you wouldn't be alone. I asked why I wasn't welcome at my son's grave, and you answered me with everything but the truth. You had made an arrangement with Frank. What a simple thing to say. Why didn't you say it?
Because I knew what your reaction would be, and I knew that I would hate it.
Two is company, three is a crowd. Even I can understand that.
You know, you're making something very innocent and simple into something really horrible.
When it comes to you and Frank, nothing is simple or innocent.
Don't say any more, Seneca.
I'm sorry, but I am not in the mood to be careful.
Look, if you were going to have some sort of tantrum over my son's grave, I'm not staying around for it.
When you're caught in a lie or a half-truth or omission of a truth or absolute deception, the best thing to do is to attack, isn't it?
You really want to say things that can't be forgiven?
I want to deal with the situation.
Or are you pushing me to say things that you won't forgive?
No. But I just want you to know that I feel betrayed.
Well, then you chose to feel that way.
Jillian, I am entitled to some answers here and now. When I think of the things you said about truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You know something? You better just stay here by yourself.
Jillian, now tell me about you and Frank. I want the whole story. Now. Jillian!
This is the new mature Delia.
It's nothing good. Nancy just went to have something to eat at Greenberg's and wants Pat to meet her.
Well, would you put that back in there before somebody comes in? Will you please?
All right, oh yeah. So, tell me what Adam said. He likes her? He's attracted to her?
Look, Delia, as long as your project is going well, do you think that maybe you could devote a little attention to me?
Of course. We'll go somewhere. The Mediterranean, Peru.
Well, look, for starters, I'd take a nice evening at home. I'm that desperate.
That sounds real nice. Do you mind if we stop by Ryan's on the way home?
Of course I mind.
Well, I just want to check in with Maeve.
Dee.
Well, look, you have to get changed out of your greens, right, and get dressed, so why don't I just drop by Ryan's for 2 minutes while you do that, and then I'll meet you at home.
And you won't keep me waiting?
If I do, it'll be worth it. No, I won't be long. I promise.
All right, look, I've got to change. Come on.
In a minute, okay?
Delia, I know what you're up to, so you better keep it short with Adam. Huh? Okay? Dr. Cohen?
Hello, Dr. Coleridge. Hi.
Hi. I'm really glad to see you.
How are you?
Yeah. Tell me about Dave Feldman. Is he any better?
Actually, he is.
I know it's really hard on his family. How are they?
They're fine.
Oh.
I should really correct that. They are really very good people. You know, last time I spoke with you, I had a fairly poor impression of Nancy, their daughter. I was quite wrong.
I remember you thought she was spoiled and selfish.
She isn't in the least. You remember that party you told me she was going to at Gracie Mansion?
Sure.
She stayed all night at the hospital. She didn't set one foot out. She read to her father. That's very unselfish.
Well, Nancy's that sort of person.
So I'm finding out. Well, I have to take care of the inner man.
Oh, sure.
I'm really starving. It was very nice seeing you.
Hey, you going to get something to eat?
Yeah.
Well, you're not going down to the cafeteria, are you? I mean, you must have discovered how bad the food is here.
Haute cuisine, it is not.
Well, would you mind if I make a suggestion?
Not at all.
There's a great delicatessen around the corner to the left, Greenberg's.
Well, I had something more in mind than a sandwich.
More than a sandwich? Well, wait till you taste what Norma Greenberg does with dumplings and chicken soup with matzo balls. You gotta go.
I'm convinced. I'll try it sometime.
Well, why don't you go tonight?
Sure, why not? Like you said, it couldn't be worse than the hospital food.
I promise you, you're gonna like it.
Greenberg's it is. Thanks for the suggestion.
Sure. Thanks for taking it.
So you inherited the first 2 boats from your father?
Sort of, from my father, but really from my uncle.
Oh, so your uncle was more like your father, and your father was more like your uncle.
Something like that, yes.
So you built the business up from 2 boats to 5?
Could I have a couple minutes off? I mean, I feel like I'm playing 2,000 questions.
Well, I'm curious, that's all. You did say you wanted me to know you.
And vice versa. Tell me something, Siobhan. Why is there no man in your life?
How come you're so sure there isn't?
I've been around enough to see there's no one on the scene but your family. How come?
I guess I just had other priorities. Getting straightened out with my parents, my sister, and my brothers.
You must have done that by now.
Partly, but my mother isn't exactly enchanted with
Siobhan,
my job.
What about the men before this? There must have been a few, or more than a few.
Yeah, why does that matter?
Because it matters. But I'll take the question back if it's a problem.
Thank you. Well, what do I care? Let me put it this way. I've had 3 men in my life. The first one was a guy that I met in college. He was... we went to demonstrations together and so forth. The second was a man that I met up in Seattle while I was teaching. He's an Australian sheep farmer. He also happens to be a poet. I almost married him. Then there is the third one, who was my lawyer. Remember I told you the strike work got me out of jail? He's a good person. There you have it.
It seems like a lot of information. It's not, though.
Little trick I learned from you.
So, there I have it, huh? All your men.
Well, there were a couple of volunteers in Frank's campaign. I brought me coffee a couple of times.
Well, you should add them if they were special to you.
Huh?
The guys with the coffee. Forget it. You're lovely.
It's my haircut.
I mean, you're a lovely person.
Thank you. I like you too.
And this isn't where we should be.
It isn't?
Well, Lem's is a nice restaurant, but what I'd like just now is to be alone with you.
I like it here.
You don't mean that, but it's okay.
Hey, Joe, I've got this feeling
I have the same one.
that I don't really know who you are.
That we need to be alone together.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Siobhan.
Yeah?
Do you feel what's going back and forth between us at this moment?
Yeah.
Okay. We finished dinner. We have the whole night ahead of us. And we can either stay here, leave things the way they are, or we can go somewhere. It's up to you.
I'd like one of those, too. Can we talk?
Not the way you were talking in the cemetery.
Am I allowed to ask a question?
All right.
Is Frank going ahead with his marriage?
Yeah, they set the date today.
Then why are you doing this to yourself? Why do you allow yourself this obsession with Frank?
You know, that is so typical.
You didn't answer my question, as usual.
You know what's staring me right in the face? The fact that you don't understand the first thing about me. This argument between us is not about Frank.
If there were no Frank Ryan, you don't think we'd be happy?
If we were king and queen of the world, we wouldn't be happy.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, the whole thing is ridiculous. We are hopelessly mismatched. I'm driving you crazy and you're driving me crazy. I mean, I haven't been the same person for the last couple of months.
Since Edmund was killed.
No, that's not so. Because we were happy for a little while there. I really believe that. But that was only by chance, because I was doing exactly what you wanted, and you were comfortable.
We were happy last Christmas with Edmund.
Yeah, in a way. But I still wasn't myself. You know, I haven't been myself all through this marriage. I have been your mistress, your employee, your student, your child, but never your equal.
Jillian, you are the least subservient woman in this world.
Married to the most domineering of men.
Well, you've damn well ignored just about all of my suggestions these past months. The only thing you've allowed me to do is help you through withdrawal. And the only reason you allowed me to do that was because you had no choice. And you know, getting off those pills was the one real accomplishment you've made these past few months.
Oh, so I owe all of that to you, right?
That's right, you do.
You know, you really think you have all the answers in the universe. And me, I am totally incapable of making any decisions of my own.
I never suggested that.
Yeah, you just said that.
No.
You just said that the only thing I have accomplished in the last couple of months was your doing.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's true. But that doesn't mean that you're not capable of handling...
Oh, no. Listen to yourself. I mean, listen to what you said. I have not done anything worthwhile in the last couple of months, and every decision that I make has no value with you. This is not my obsession. This is your obsession with me and my choices.
Jillian, the only thing standing in your way of being happy is your stubbornness.
You know, I really need to get away from this.
Now, the happiest you have ever been in your entire life was last Christmas. You, myself, Edmund, we were a family. You were a complete person. You had your work. You had your home. See, what I can't understand is you're turning your back on all that and saying that it doesn't fulfill you. I know what you need. And so do you, if you just break down and admit it.
I'm not going to break down, Seneca. But I will admit this. That I'm never going to stand here again listening to you say these things to me. One of us has got to leave.
No. We're not going anywhere. We're
All
going
right,
to stay here.
all right, then I'll go.
Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa. Hold on. What are you saying?
I am remembering something that you said to me the other night. The fact that I'm married to you and I always will be. But that's not the case. I want a legal separation and a divorce.
No, Jillian, these threats are not going to help.
No. I'm not threatening you.
I mean, all right, we've got some problems, but a separation, a divorce, that's out of the question.
Well, I just don't see any other way out.
Jillian, now I happen to know that...
No! No, you do not. No. I'm going to tell you once and for all, you don't know what's best for me. Now, I can't do this anymore. Seneca, it's finished.
Hi, I'm Tori Spelling. Spend the whole morning with me in bed.
Spend breakfast in bed all day with the OC, One Tree Hill, Beverly Hills 90210, and Gilmore Girls every Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on SoapNet.